blanket, Eddie.
So I wonder if they're going to go crown up here.
Yes, they're going to. Yeah, no, they can just leave that because the crown will go over that. Okay, so Jim, you're ready to paint the ceiling, right?
I'm cutting it in real quick, just around this line here, because of the fact that I got a little primer up on the ceiling, so I want to cut this in first. So when I do the ceiling, it's ready. I can just roll right up to it, and I want to make sure the edge is sealed. And then when I do the walls, I'm just going to cut right up to it, and then they're going to put the crown up, so it doesn't have to be perfect.
Right, so the beauty of this is when you've got a wall and a ceiling to do, you always paint the ceiling first, don't you?
First, exactly.
Then you don't have to cut in anything right now. You're cutting it in now, even though you're doing it rough and dirty looking.
Yeah.
That's all you need for the ceiling, and it looks perfect, because then you're going to come back and cut in your walls.
Exactly, yeah, that'll be the last step, the walls, and then the cut in, ceilings first, always in my, and then sometimes though, if you have
Hey, if we go over to
a
the
big area, and you're doing a whole house, I've sprayed the inside of a vacant home, and I'll do,
yeah, we went there.
I'll do the walls, spray all the walls, and then just take the walls off and spray the ceiling if I'm doing a big job.
No.
Oh, okay, I see. So then you would do the ceiling last.
Yeah, if you're doing
just before you get to
a new home,
Madison. Madison's here, Long John.
and you've got two different colors,
Yeah.
you know, that's the
Side
issue.
of the
Two different
door.
colored wall, different
Are you
color
right there?
Yeah,
than the ceilings.
you were eating there.
No, don't eat meat. You were
Yeah.
raised a vegetarian.
He has fish.
No.
Jesus had fish.
Yes and no.
He fed the disciples fish.
We used to eat chicken, turkey at Roma's, remember?
Yeah, I do.
Roman
never
Georgia.
did
You ever ate it there?
that. Never ate there.
Well,
Just the idea of eating something.
I don't, you could probably eat,
Dead.
Okay.
well, the fish
We
is
got
still
a
moving.
we got a good seal off. The ceiling's looking good. The
Get a
primer
fish and chicken.
is on all our areas.
Yeah. Now I noticed you actually primed this ceiling last, and that was okay to do because you still had to mix up your paint and get ready and clean up and do that. So that was okay to seal this last.
Right. Usually you're not waiting on something to prime it because you've done other steps and you know how long it's going to take to dry. So you're not really standing around. Everything's fine and
What are you doing around this light fixture?
working perfect order.
You got around it.
Yeah. I already dropped that and painted that last time around. This has all been painted.
Will you drop the thing down?
Yeah, we just take that top of that nut off and it comes down. So what I'm going to do is just kind of roll this edge here.
So you're putting the first coat. Well, actually, you've already painted this ceiling before. So the area that you painted before, what are you going to do? Just one coat over that?
Yeah, I'm going to roll it off here real quick just to blend it in here. I'm probably not going to roll the whole thing, just around the edges here, and then roll it out because it's just been painted. It's just been painted here.
Yeah.
So
See, they painted everything on the ceiling, and then after that, they decided, hey, let's go ahead and remove the wallpaper in the kitchen and all that.
get rid of it.
But if you're doing everything from scratch, you need to decide those things first, because then he would have waited to do this ceiling.
Well, yeah.
But you know, such is life, and he's fixing it right now. He's just going around the edge, and that's all he's got to do.
Yeah, we don't have to do the whole thing because it's the same paint. Same paint we just used a month ago or whatever it was. Yeah, exactly. So we're going to go right over here and catch this right here.
See it, Jim.
Right over there, I see the light.
We can see where you've been.
He sees some stuff with the light, and so he's just bringing it back up to the area where we did the patches.
Light.
We'll blend all that
I
in.
see the wet look. Oh,
This kitchen ceiling where I did these light holes, he'll end up putting 2 coats of this finish paint up here.
yeah. And we don't have to do the whole other ceiling. This other one, This has just been painted, so this will blend right in
But
here.
it's dry.
It should, now, that should, that's, all things considered.
I think it's dry.
On Murphy's Law, would it be? So we're gonna put a nice thick coat on here,
Light, pictures will flip.
and we're gonna have a nice
You cover there, you'll fit right in
finished look here with the new lights, textured ceiling, walls painted. Process is underway here for the final product here.
They're gonna end up putting crown molding up here where this gap is. That's gonna look kind of nice, and I've never seen like painted crown molding around oak cabinets, but because they're doing the rest of the ceiling, I think it's gonna look quite nice. I'll probably come back over here and make a video of the final product and let you be the decision on that.
Final shot of the whole kitchen, granite countertops and
Oh yeah, that'll be nice.
the final shot, but the process is nice to see the different steps one at a time to get the process done. Yep.
So Jim, on this first coat of paint, and you're just concerned about getting it up there nice, full coverage, but
Nice even, no lines.
your next coat you might start from one side and work from one side over. Or
Right.
We'll see.
Yeah, get it
we'll
more
see what he
uniform.
does.
But basically, overlapping the roller marks, and you're rolling out the roller and not having a lot of excess paint on it.
You probably haven't gotten one drip of paint on you yet in your face, have you? Because you're using that lambskin roller. You'll still get it, depending.
Yeah, sometimes it'll come off the edge, but you just gotta watch it and make sure when you roll out your roller and on your roller screen, just get all the excess worked into it,
Yeah.
the roller. Then you're good to go.
Oh, the inside shutters?
Yeah.
Oh,
Rather than trying to dip your roller in there and not rolling it off on the roller screen, because as you're rolling it off on the roller screen, you're giving a nice even uniformity of paint over your roller cover.
That's right, that's exactly.
5% or something like that discount on your heating.
That's why you need that roller cover and that grid strainer. And usually the best way to do that is in a 5-gallon bucket like that.
5-gallon bucket, yeah.
You can get mini ones for a 1 gallon, but then you can't get your nice 9-inch paint roller cover in there.
A 9-inch roller cover more area one time, you know. You can
About 5 feet.
You see, he's almost done with this ceiling area already.
Yeah, we're making time.
Now, before you get your paint into the walls, you'll probably end up doing a little cut in and maybe some other stuff, but you'll wait and do the rest of this ceiling before you get into the walls, won't you?
Exactly, yeah, because I'll be able to come back over it, and then I'll do a washout with the ceiling paint and get right into the finished paint for the walls.
Because this paint won't take very long to dry, will it?
No, not at all, not at all. It'll be dry here in 20 minutes.
You're using an eggshell paint, and it's going to be dry in about 20 minutes.
Yeah, on the walls, the eggshell.
Depending on the temperature and that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
Now, if this was semi-gloss, it might take a little bit
Yeah,
longer.
it does, because when you do a double coat on semi-gloss, you've got a barrier. You sealed it with the semi-gloss, so it'll take a little longer to dry, because the drywall, the dry flat paint dries faster than semi-gloss.
So you
Yeah.
can see through, you don't have it clear open.
it's in my garage. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You have 8 on that side. You have the center one down the middle. Split 4 ways. Or
Yeah.
fit 2 ways.
Well,
So we're looking like we're covered pretty good here.
He just
And
got
you'll
his
be able
light,
to-
looking up there and checking it out.
You'll be able to see a little bit better without the bright light. And most of the time you can see all the wet edge of what you painted over. You see the wet edge
Yeah.
and then the flat will dry flat. So I think we're looking pretty good. I'm going to get the little roller,
Keep that light over there.
get that little roller action going to the edge. Just looking up here. Put the light back on over here so we'll catch the edge.
Mhm.
For the mini glaciers.
He's moving right along.
So we've got, this is all cut in. Ceiling here on the wall area is all cut in. The ceiling's done in here because we painted it before. We blended it in here. The lines disappeared on the sheetrock line where the other wall was.
No paint in it,
No
huh?
paint on it. So we've got a little bit of area here that we're gonna cut in on top of the cabinets, and that'll be done. Oh yeah, we're making progress.